One name gone cold, one path went thin. Keep your eyes open, we're going in.
Hello. We are going to head out west today for a very disturbing disappearance of a lady named Ella Mae Begay. She is a Navajo elder, and she was last seen on June 14th, 2021, and reported missing on June 15th, 2021. And while they know the circumstances surrounding her disappearance, she still has not been found. This is the story of Ella Mae Begay. So on June 15th, Ella Mae was reported missing from her residence near Sweetwater, Arizona, by members of her family. Early that morning, her vehicle, a 2005 silver Ford F-150, was seen leaving her residence, and it was believed that the truck may have been driven towards Thoreau, New Mexico, and may have proceeded in the direction of Albuquerque, New Mexico. Ella Mae's vehicle had a broken tailgate that wouldn't close, and Arizona license plate Adam Frank Edward 7101. Shortly after that, this lovely slice of humanity, whose name is Preston Henry Tolth. Now, Preston was the son of a man who had been dating Ella Mae's sister, and he was declared a person of interest pretty early on. And then he was arrested and charged with her kidnapping, robbery, beating, and after all that, he had pushed her out of her pickup truck along a road somewhere, or lifted her out and carried her somewhere and left her for dead. And again, she's never been found, so we don't know if she survived her severe beating or not. He was arrested, and he was given a plea deal. If he pled guilty to robbery of Ella Mae, then he would be credited with the 3 years time served, and prosecutors would drop the assault charges and agreed that there wouldn't be any future prosecution in the case should her body be discovered, and murder charges would be able to be brought against him. So that was left, and her family was not pleased with that. They wanted him to tell them where they could find her before any kind of plea was offered to him or any kind of plea agreement was reached. She was a very talented weaver of Navajo-style pictorial rugs, and she was the grandmother of 9 and a very, very, again, talented weaver. She was 62 at the time. She disappeared in 2021, and so she would be 67 now. Well, then we move forward to 2024. And in 2024, there was the trial of Preston. Tolth was supposed to begin. But unfortunately, the judge at that time threw out the plea, and in the meantime, his confession was also thrown out because it was alleged that an FBI agent coerced the confession out of him after he had already invoked his Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. So then it was a big mess there. And then in April of this year, the now 26-year-old Preston Henry Tolth pleaded guilty to robbery as part of a second agreement reached with prosecutors, at which time he could be sentenced to a maximum of 5 years in federal prison, again with credit for 3 years already served. And then shortly after that, once again, the family was not delighted by that because he still had not acknowledged anything but saying that he had struck her in the face several times and left her by the side of the road for dead. But that was the confession that was thrown out. So it's a gigantic mess. But ultimately, in June of this year, 2026, I believe, on or about the anniversary of the 5th year anniversary of her disappearance, he was sentenced to, from what I understand, 6 years in federal prison. He's in federal prison, and these were federal charges because he crossed state lines. After the kidnapping, he went from Sweetwater, Arizona, into New Mexico, allegedly, as I said, heading towards Albuquerque. So, Ella Mae Begay was born September 28th, 1958. She's 5 feet tall. She has brown hair and brown eyes. And at the time of her disappearance, she weighed about 125 pounds. Female, Native American. And the FBI is offering a reward of up to $5,000 for information leading to the anything you know about the disappearance of Ella Mae Begay. Primarily was for information leading to the identification, arrest, and conviction of the person or persons responsible for her disappearance. But we all know now, since he's been convicted and sentenced, that it was Preston Henry Tolth. So if you know where she might be, if you have any information on her case at all, you can call the FBI. You can call your local law enforcement. All the calling information will be in the description box below as per usual. I am asking you sincerely to share this video because her case has been used to emphasize the crisis of the number of missing and murdered Indigenous people out there. It's just a horrible amount of statistics about Indigenous people and brutal cases. So come on, share. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And as always, please subscribe. And feel free to leave a comment in the comments below. That's all we know so far. The case has pretty much been resolved, except we still need to bring, please, Ella Mae Begay home. Thanks for watching, and until next time, bye.